Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No, I've been up already, Marcelo. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, I'm doing this all wrong now. Most importantly, dead of night, which is what it is for me right now, 4:26 a.m. Thank everyone. This is Grash here with our free practice 3, our last practice session of the year. Where's your range for F1 third practice is 0%. Better be. You're in the freaking desert out there. Hello everyone. Welcome to 3 Practice 3. This is going to be the last practice session before we get into qualification this afternoon. Well, this morning. Thank everyone who's here. Toro, who's putting up with our antics in Twitch chat. I want to say hi to Matthew, Andy, Paula. Who else is here? Dark is here. I gotta scroll up. I thought Shay was here. Anyways, these are the people like myself who are throwing a few bucks each month. Each have been doing this month after month to help support the channel. Thank you. I refer to them as the family. You guys have been supportive to me multiple times, supported me as a commentator as well. Thank you so much. I want to thank the 149,846,000 subscribers right now. You are our Racing Army. We're close to 150K. Wow, that's I remember it was just recently I remember us hitting the 100K mark, so yeah, time has flown. We've got some time. If you guys want to throw into chat where you are at. I am in North Texas. I'm in the North Texas studios for Racing Statistics. I'm north of Dallas, so I got to go through Dallas, yay traffic, and then get to Austin if I were to ever go to Dakota. But it's probably easier to me to get to Las Vegas than it is Dakota. I can go to either Love Field or DW International and take a flight over to Vegas. Anyways, Fernando laps everybody 50 laps and FI gives him bonus 420 points. Nice. And he wins the title. In the great state of Massachusetts, they have legalized marijuana. And they have dispensaries all over. You, sir, are what dispensary did you go? What did you get, and what dispensary did you get it from? Is type the question there. Moving on. Yeah, not much to tell you right now. I mean, I don't think there was any decision documents. Let's check. Yeah, no. Who was bad with curfew? Aston Martin. No curfew. Excuse me. My apologies there. So yeah, Aston Martin broke curfew. They were fined. Second of two individual exceptions period by yeah. So not much has happened. What's going on? Wait. Summons for car 18, car 14 fan engagement activity. What is going on here? So Lance was at a non-attendance at fan engagement activity, and Alonso not attending at fan engagement activity. So Aston Martin have been bad boys this weekend so far. the fact that there's a decision document on it, they were summoned, but there's no other document based on that. So we have started FP1. No one is on track though. Oscar is not even in his car. He's talking with Zach Brown at the moment. So we have started FP3, I should say. My apologies. What do you think was sandbagging more, Max or Oscar? I don't think either were sandbagging. I don't think either were sandbagging. Max is very close to Lando, and it's just I think it's setup changes that Red Bull is going to. Red Bull works overnight to figure out how to get another 10th or more out of that car. So, yeah. Speaking of the Aston Martins, Lance Stroll has gone out. He's gone out on hard, and Alonso is out after him. They typically like to scrub a set of tires. Yeah, this is one of those. I understand. The theory behind it is that they like to put basically a installation lap for the best term. Basically, they come out of the pits, come back right back in. And they like to scrub. They put a lap on those tires to take off what is referred to as the shine, the newness of the tire. And the theory behind it is that because you've taken off that first veneer of the tire, the tires can get into an operational range faster than anyone else. So I understand the sentiment, the theory behind it. I don't particularly follow that. That's actually, yeah, that's one of those. I need a Mythbuster episode to show me that that's actually true or not. So, do you think after the new regulation, the Red Bull second driver curse is going to go away? I mean, I'm used to curses. Let's put this perspective. I'm a Boston Red Sox fan. I understand the curse of the Bambino. And essentially, the curse of the Bambino is something that was made up in '86 after the Red Sox lost to the Mets in crushing fashion. Um, Stroll is pitting, so they are scrubbing those hard tires. Um, so the Boston Red Sox lost in a heartbreaking fashion to the New York Mets. You can look up Buckner and his error. And that was so the result after that, there was this mental state that one of the Boston Globe writers came up with was the curse of the Bambino, which is Babe Ruth used to play for the Red Sox, and he was traded to the Yankees, and so therefore the Red Sox are cursed. It was basically what he came up with, and we played with that for about 20 years until the Red Sox won a World Series. Stroll and Alonso have come back out on medium tires, so the expectation is they're now scrubbing those tires. Call out Sol Ackerman and Joslana over in Twitch chat. Thank you guys for showing up. So there was no real curse on the Red Sox. And I don't think, I mean, we talk about the second Red Bull driver being cursed, but it's more of a mental place as far as I'm concerned. It's more how Red Bull operates than an actual, I curse you as a witch. That's another topic we can talk to about another time. So moving on. I never believed in like I've played around. Oh, the curse of but I've never believed in the curse of the second draft. It is what it is. It comes down to really with the new regulations. It's a combination of we've got new regulations and we've got Isaac coming in as that second driver now. One of the things about Isaac Hajar is that he drives very much like Max Verstappen. I've seen a couple of reports that have compared his driving style to him. So if he can get anything out of that car, he will. So F1 is way better than FE. Who agrees? Well, FE is just different. Again, FE meaning Formula E, the fully electric version racing series. It's just different. It's really, really what it amounts to. I mean, do I prefer F1 over? Yeah, but I wouldn't put FE down. It's just different. Is really what it amounts to. There's different strategies and tactics because you're dealing with the electric batteries. I mean, one of the things involved with FE is that for the longest time, they were restricted on how the power of the battery that's in the car, which was a limiting factor. It finally they finally basically figured out how to do hot swapping batteries, which is what they really needed in those cars. The other thing about FE is the car design is more futuristic looking, and that's intentional to separate itself from like IndyCar or for F1. And if you guys follow anything with the IndyCar series, that's one of the things they're building they're in the process of building a new chassis that will come out. I believe the new chassis is now 2028. And that's something, the design of the car, the look of the car is something that there was discussed, has been discussed. So if you're curious about more about IndyCar, the person that you would definitely want to follow his name is David Land, Land. He's actually based out of Indianapolis. We're all trying to be fashionable. Yeah, no, we've only had again right now as of 4 cars on track. Aston Martin did 2 laps to scrub medium tires. Colvino and Gasly are out on soft tires. So this is relatively normal for an FP3. Unfortunately, we might not see people out on track for a while, which is odd that you have no one actually trying to use the track. See, so Franco has started his flying lap, and Gasly is about to cross the line to start a flying lap. So they pretty much have the whole track to themselves at this point. Franco did a 17.6. I mean, that's a second off from what we saw yesterday. So take these numbers with a grain of salt. Basically, what I'm saying. For now, Stroll P1 for now. I mean, that's actually a time he just went out on track first. That will change with Franco actually setting a lap time. Gas is going to end up with a full purple lap just by going faster than his teammate. So why do other teams to test the car? I don't know why. This has never made sense to me that there's not more people out. I mean, this is not representative of what the. I mean, the part of the issue is that this is not representative of what we'll see in quali or the race. So the data is suspect, unfortunately. And then again, as I said, Gasly does 125.984. Colapino does 126.591. 6 cent difference, and take that. Again, these are the only 2 times on the board. Their theory of Max sandbagging last year practice. Again, I don't believe in the sandbagging theory. I mean, Red Bull did one of the things that Red Bull was trying to do was to improve their performances when they get on track on Friday, and they have done that. And Max was within tenths of Lando. It wasn't a big gap. It's a good question. What is so right now they've held 16 races at this track since 2009. Lewis Hamilton has the most wins as a driver, 5. Red Bull has, as a constructor, 7 wins. Pole position last year was 122.595. Fastest lap was a 125.637. They don't have a historical fastest, but that was what we saw last year. So Lando did pull 122.595. So Norris is out, Leclerc is out. Looking at what you guys are asking right now. 124 is the time to get, so that's still warming up. No, I mean they're the real time is really more of a like 122. Like that was last year's. Lando did a 122, so we're really looking for like a 123 laps, just if anything is competitive. So we're 2 to 3 seconds off right now. So Norris is on a flying lap now. Leclerc is about to come to the line. Ocon is coming out on track. So 50 minutes ago in this session right now, welcome to Race 6 channel. This is Crash with you live. Like I say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or dead of night. It is definitely dead of night right now for me. I want to thank Total Motorsports, and the website is www.total-motorsports.com for hosting us again. They've done so for the last few races, and appreciate it. Again, I speak highly of them. They have a great interview section. They follow F1 as well as NASCAR, Formula E, and IndyCar as well. So if you are a motorhead, they are definitely a resource to be had. Hamilton coming out of the pits. Ocon's on medium tires. Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton on soft tires. So a slow, if not sleepy FP3. Norris has gone on 124.728. It's like 2.25 slower than his pole time last year. So Looking what you guys are saying right now. Qualifiers will play a major role in tournament. I mean, qualifiers always play a major role. I mean, it sets the grid. That we are. I mean, we will have a better idea what the championship looks like after qualification. Or farming actual performance. Are we talking about Son? Are we talking about Ferrari here at the moment? Max has not left the pits, so there's no tires to report as of right now. Is Max running a D2 engine? Why would he run a D2 engine right now? I mean, if you're tuning up the engine for today, yeah, it's one of those I don't dig into the sandbagging. The idea that Max is sandbagging or that they're deliberately not putting the engine into a engine mode that's competitive or not as competitive. I don't understand that. I don't know what you gain for hiding your engine power on Friday. I mean, Lando did win the race last year, so a user sleep says, "I doubt Lando will bottle them." Again, this was part of the resurgence of McLaren starting at the end of last year. So got Puck Modan over in Twitch chat asking about the record previously again. People are pointing out that the Max is the same engine he had in Brazil. I mean, that's where he took, I believe, where he took the new engine. Imagine Max using quality mode in the race. That would be, I mean, that's unlikely because partly because we're dealing with the car being weighted down with fuel. How does FP3 happen? I mean, it's happening right now. I mean, basically, it's free practice. Basically, this track is open for teams to use the track to figure out their setups, figure out what works in the car, what doesn't. The track always eats tires, so it'll be interesting. Tomorrow. Well, part of it is that they are going to be using the C5, C4, C3, which are functionally the three softest tires that they functionally use. There is a C6, but it's not. Wouldn't call it a functional tire so much so that it's so unfunctional this year. That C6 tire, that Pirelli's not going to bring it back next year. C6 tire was designed for Monaco, and it only really works at Monaco. Noted to P2 on the board, the 124.893. 165 behind Norris. Hamilton is P3, 431. Stroll has actually put in a time now. He's P5 now. Oscar has now gone P3. Oscar's 4 tenths, exactly 4 tenths behind his teammate. You've yet to see Max come out on the track, as well as Antonelli or Russell. These are the three who have not entered the track as of yet. Yeah, I got to put you in timeout. You please don't say, hey, X driver could crash into other drivers. That is crass and uncalled for and unsportsmanlike. Why is Max not out? I don't know. I mean, we're at 38 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this session. I have no clue why Red Bull hasn't set out Max for a lap. I mean, if they're like, yeah, we'll save the engine, by not doing as many laps. I mean, that could be the one thing going on. I mean, again, we're not in a session that's representative of either quality of the race. Track is hotter than it should be. And there's also wind coming from the northwest. It was rated at about 4.5 kilometers an hour at the beginning of the session. Right now, we're saying it's 6.5 from the northwest. So there is wind, and it's a tailwind that's affecting cars going at turn one specifically. So Clerk has gone P2 with 124.830. He's 297 behind Norris. Bierman has gone P2, 8 thousandths behind Norris. Wow, that's really, really close. Bierman is second in Sector 2 and Sector 3. Totally crescent only on sportsman, just like the papaya rules being fair. Let's be honest, there's no sportsmanlike being F1. It's war on wheels. Well, the papaya rules are different. Papaya rules are stupid. I'm just gonna say it. How they've been applied and how they've been used. We want to be fair. I mean, at one point, Zach Brown's like, "We'd rather lose the drivers' championship than to not be fair to one of our drivers." I literally I cannot explain. Like, that is just jaw dropping dumb. And if Max wins his fifth championship, it's because McLaren has been stupid, absolutely, positively stupid since the summer break. They're trying to avoid another Hamilton Rosberg situation. And by doing so, they've created another Hamilton Rosberg situation. I mean, that really what it comes down to. I thank you, Dark, for pointing out the Hamilton Rosberg. What is up? What's Yuki doing? Yuki went off track and Max responded. He's like, what is his teammate doing? Uh, and I will say, what is his teammate doing has been another good question, because that he has not performed in that third seat. Second seat, I should say. Uh, Looking forward to next year. Again, the story right now, Yuki Tsunoda will be dropped at the end of this race. And then Isaac Hajar is going to move up into that seat. That has left Lawson in the Racing Bulls, and then Aaron Lindblad, who we saw yesterday in FP1 rookie trading. Getting my numbers mixed up. My apology. Yesterday, we saw Aaron Lindblad drive Yuki's car in the FP1 session to complete Red Bull's rookie requirements for this year. Incident involving Sonoda and Norris noted impeding, and that, again, given that Yuki is first in that order of the race control message, means he's the one who was impeding. Oh, Yuki nearly took Lando out. Zach backed that. backtrack that statement again about losing the championship, then rather than that was. Don't know what was going through that guy's mind when he said that. Stroll has gone to top of the second on the board, I'd say. 124.304. He is 59 thousandths behind Max. Max is right now top of the board. Hamilton third. Norris is fourth. Though Norris has not done a new flying lap in a bit, so. Bateman is fifth. Borrello is sixth. Hulkenberg seventh. Leclerc is eighth. Tsunoda is ninth. And Alonso is 10th. Oscar is 11th on the board again. He was 11th yesterday as well and during these sessions. So I don't know what is up with Oscar. For those who are new to F1, talk about the race control messages. When something happens, it is first noted. It is a race control going, hey, what happened? And then they make the next determination is either they wave it off with no further investigation, or they begin an investigation where, hey, something happened here. Basically, that's when they actually look at it. They're going to say they're now looking at the incident closer, and then they make a decision. Sometimes they will say they will make that decision after the session, which is not great for us, unfortunately. But then they may say there's no further action, or they'll say if something did happen, then they'll put out a penalty of some sort. Russell up to 11th right now. He does a 125.117. That's 872 back from Max's top time. Strikes right now on a flying lap. Albon right now on a flying lap. Leclerc right now on a flying lap. Norris. And as I just pointed out, the incident with Tsunoda and Norris will be investigated after the session for impeding. So that's going to be fun. So and the issue that Tsunoda may have impeded Norris at this point, we'll know unfortunately, we'll know when we get to quali. Flex wishes Lando gets P1 in the race. He's wishing him to be the world champion. Yeah, someone pointing out, if this is the standings we have tomorrow, Max Verstappen will be the world champion. So right now we've got Max number 1, Lance Stroll number 2, Hamilton number 3, Leclerc number 4, Norris number 5. Norris is 288 behind Max right now. So can penalties given impeding happens during practice? Yes. That would be most likely a grid drop scenario. But we'll see. We'll see if we'll see. They may at the end of the session be like, we don't care. Stewards could be like, we don't care. We're just going to no further investigation. So I think they want to talk to the drivers. What did Norris do to Tsunoda? No, it's the opposite. It's what Tsunoda did to Norris. El Cook is here. Thank you. Another one of our subscribers over in YouTube chat. Thank you so much. I should say the term is join the channel over on YouTube. Another one of the green chatters who are throwing a few bucks each month to the channel. Thank you so much. Again, all of you who are in green. Jay is here now. Prediction on Audi next year. I mean, basically, Audi is basically this Sauber stake kick team. It's going to be rebranded going forward next year. Ocon to 10th to 124.781. He's 5:36 behind. We have a yellow flag. One. Looks like Lawson may have gone off track. Oh, we have a red flag. Oh, no, this is big. It's Hamilton. Who else? Where are they? Hamilton's off track. Hamilton's on the barrier. Is he the only one? Oh, that's a surprise. Hamilton has crashed and has brought out a red flag, and then this is a red flag moment with Crash. I did not expect to see one at all because of this track. All right, so they're showing what happened to Hamilton. He just loses control of the car. I think he came around the curve. I think he might have hit the curbs. They're thinking there might be been some dirty gear in play as well. So Hamilton says something buckled in front and snapped the rear, and that he just loses control of the car, and he's now gone into the barriers. They're Tech Pro barriers. So Hamilton is now out of this session. We're now waiting for his car to be recovered. He's out of this car. He's putting pieces of the wing into his seat. Hamilton putting pieces of his front wing into his seat to transport back Big crash, not a big crash. It's basically let me see. As he was coming around turn 9, he went over curbs. Something happened with the car. He started to correct. He tried correcting the car, and then he just loses control of the car. Hamilton says that something snapped in the front, which then buckled the back of the car. Trying to see what happened with Hamilton. He goes over the curbs, goes into the turn, at the apex, and he just keeps. Man, nothing is standing out. Yeah, F1 TV commentators are having a hard time figuring out what happened. Hamilton goes into that turn at 9, and he just loses control of the car. He goes in the turn and he keeps turning, and he loses control, loses grip, and loses control. So yeah, no, Hamilton is out of this session right now. We're under yellow flag. I mean, it was a red flag. So we're now waiting for the track to clear. So the first step is to get Hamilton's car off the track. Hamilton's being biked back to the paddock right now. He did get out of the car. He was okay. He wasn't taken to medical. So they have waved a yellow in another sector, which is odd. Again, right now we're waiting for the removed Hamilton's car from turn 9 again. Wing was destroyed. That's expected. The tire collapsed. That is to be expected. These are all things that are correctable. Can be repaired. The question is, they're going to need to check suspension and other pieces of that car, because it's just Hamilton just goes from one side of the track to the other. He went over curbs. There's some sparks that they just showed. Yeah, and he goes into the turn 9 and he just keeps turning. He loses grip in the car. It will definitely be enough time to fix Hamilton's car. I mean, it's 3 hours to quali right now, just under 3 hours. So they, as soon as they get that car back, they'll get it back into working order. Question is, like, what else broke? So they finally got the car up on the crane, and they are showing Hamilton coming back to the paddock area. But they're now just really honestly moving Hamilton's car via the crane off the track. So once they get that car off track, the next thing they need to do is fix the Tech Pro barrier. Again, Tech Pro is the brand name. It's a new, it's a basically a plastic barrier type that's it's like it snaps together like Legos, like a chain of Legos. And so when it's designed um, to absorb, because it can move, it can absorb the energy that the crash brings into it. And so it gets pushed out of place, and it's easy to basically put back into place once you get out there and work on it. It doesn't take very long to put those pieces back into place. So that's the next thing that we're waiting for right now with the track before we can go green running again. So it's going to be a few minutes, everyone. Good morning to you, Jackie Dream. Again, right now we're in a red flag scenario with Brash right now. I am your harbinger of red flags. Again, this caught me by surprise. Hamilton, of all people, losing control of the car and going into the barrier. As such, because this is practice, time continues to tick. And that's because otherwise, these sessions could go out of whack, and it would be incredibly hard to keep the timing of the day intact. Now, for quali, it's a different scenario. Time during quali does stop because, yeah, that's pretty much it is. Again, you have to stop because we're talking about an hour-long session here versus those are like 12 minutes tops. So there are sporting consequences with quali. Is basically what it amounts to. The engineers and Ferrari are walking around nervously. It's a matter of time before that car gets back to that garage and they start working on it. Right before the crash, you were talking about Audi rebranding the Sauber. It's not just it's. Let's be very clear. Audi 100% owns the Sauber team. So the rebranding means this is literally the end of Sauber as a team on the F1 grid. And it looks like they've sent out the message of when practice will continue because everyone has pretty much has gone back on to pit lane. So it's about a minute and 35 seconds left before we get a green light running. And they are really trying to figure out what happened with Hamilton. Um, I know Audi is going to, I think, their own engine effectively as well. I mean, it's going to be engine bodywork. I mean, the branding is going to be different. Um, I mean, they're keeping Hulkenberg and Bortoletto as drivers next year. Do you think Audi will continue the Sauber improvement to next year? I mean, let's be honest right now. Audi is Sauber right now. They fully own Sauber. So the improvement you've seen with Sauber this year has been done under Sauber. I'm sorry, with Audi 100% fully owning the Sauber team. I mean, basically, the people who brought in Audi for Sauber are out now because uh, they were the people who were the big players in that bringing Audi in are actually out of the Sauber Audi team now, and that's Binotto is basically was part of that. Uh, Audi going, oh heck, we're in trouble. We need to get things in place to 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 be competitive when we start as an Audi team. Started last year, so Rick playing short. Good morning, Grash. Good morning to you, Rick, as well. Uh, Albin incident noted, unsafe release noted, and that might be something how he came out of the pits. Came out of the garage to the pit lane, pass lane. Why are cars coming out now? Because they just started. We had a red flag, and this is now the restart after the red flag. Okay, here comes unsafe release. Albin. I don't know what Albin did. Was this a teammate's issue? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Albin did for an unsafe release. His teammate, Sainz came out ahead of him. Sir Ham resumed. No, Hamilton's out of the session. He again hit the wall. His car is now being on a crane, being brought back to the back way to the pit lane area. Looking at what you guys are saying right now. But again, to be honest, Audi fully controls the Sauber team right now. And this is again after this race, the Sauber as an entity in F1 will be no more effectively. Isaac flying right now. He's about 2 tenths off of Max. Ocon's actually done better than Isaac on that first out. So we got people who have gone around, done their out lap. They're on flying laps right now. We'll see how that goes. We got a mix of mediums and soft tires on track right now. Last person on a hard was Alonso, but they're in the pit still. So Borrell, Lawson, Hulkenberg, Alonso, the only four in the pits. Again, of course, Hamilton is cars being brought back to the pits. Tacoma TV, I can't wait for qualifying. Yeah, same here. I mean, that's going to tell us where we really stand in terms of what the race is going to look like tomorrow. Ocon is the 7th. Isaac went 12. Yellow flag. Sector 2. It looks like either Albon or Ocon went off track. Max is the fastest first sector already. We're under 13 minutes left to go in this session right now. Again, you're listening to Race 6 channel. This is Grash with you live with the last 13 minutes of free practice this season. It's hard to believe that we are here at the last race. Really putting out Cadillac, Audi, and Toyota. Can't wait for the season. Again, the one of the big news stories is that Haas is going to get a new title sponsor with Toyota, effectively replacing the MoneyGram as their title sponsor. Oscar has just taken the first sector. Max did 124.116, which is his best lap so far. So he's improved on his time. Stroll is currently still P2. He's 188 back now. Behrman is third, 215 back. Behrman is just pitted. Now's a great time to like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Again, we're about 138 left to go to 150K. Oscar's gone to the top of the board, full purple lap. Fastest first, second, and third sector. He's at 123.593, which is a half a second or so more faster than Max's last lap. We've got 10 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this session right now. Coming to the last, we're actually getting some action with people with some flying laps. Let me see. Norris is on a new flying lap. Looks like Hulkenberg is starting a new flying lap. Sainz might be doing a flying lap. Let's see. Norris right now, 17.96. So that's within half a tenth of his teammate. Norris is P2. Yeah, it's all going to be all in this third sector. Whether he can outperform his teammate by a tenth, he'll be top of the board. Here comes Norris to the line. That lap ends up being fastest third sector. By several tenths actually, almost 2.5 tenths, 2.25 tenths. The incident involving Albon will investigate after the session. So we won't have any penalties to tell you at the end of this session. When we get back to here in 2.5 hours for quali, I will be going over those documents. Ooh, Hulkenberg having a wiggle. Has the fastest second sector. He's on a soft tire. Comes Hulkenberg on that last turn, the line. It's a little bumpy at the end, but he comes in third. He's 5:32. Lawson comes in fourth. He's 6:09 behind Norris's time. I don't see anyone else on a flying lap at the moment. A lot of people, everyone either exiting the pits right now on out laps. Okay, we got 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this session. Look at what you guys are saying at the moment. I'm trying to find any questions. You're more commenting on. Incident involving Anthony would be investigated session on safe release. So another document that we'll probably have to go over. Perhaps moving slow. Max is coming out of the pits, so that's not on a fast lap right now. So that's why he's not pushing the car at the moment. To be honest, declaring deserves to win the World Drivers' Championship. Deserve, yes, but they haven't done what they needed to close it off. The fact that Max is even in the fight here at this last race is a testament to how they've screwed it up this year. And to be honest, they've screwed up that title fight because of stupid stuff. I mean, if Max wins it, it's their fault. It's their fault, bottom line. And it's very possible that Max can win this championship. I mean, it's only 12 points. It's not. We've seen Max take more than 12 points multiple times. I mean, he did last week on Norris. Right now, again, Norris is top of the board. Oscar second. Bierman is P3. That's going to be interesting if that continues into quali. Ocon P3. So Haas's are looking good. Right now, again, we've got Russell to top board, 123.334. So we're seeing some glory runs, I would call them right now, for bragging rights. Russell is 4,000 faster than Russell. Max just came in P3, 180 behind Russell. Oscar's currently fourth, 259 behind Russell. Again, we got Ocon, Bierman fifth and sixth. Leclerc is currently seventh. Right now, Stroll's the only one on a flying lap at the moment. Give this a few more moments. People come around. They're either on an outlap site like Oscar is, Hulkenberg is, Lawson is, Snowda's in the pits. Antonelli, they're all on out laps. Everyone are cool down laps. So except for Stroll, who comes in 14th on that lap. He loses time in sector 3. About half a second behind Norris in sector 3. So Stroll is 6:59 behind Russell. So. Show some of the damage. What happened to that's a Ferrari missing a wing. Albin. Did Antonelli hit the wall? Oh, Antonelli hit Tsunoda. Yep. So Antonelli has hit Yuki Tsunoda. There is debris in the pit lane, the fast zone of the pit lane, because that's partly of Antonelli's wing and side pod and maybe some of the floor of Yuki. So that's a penalty. That's a penalty. So we are under 2 minutes left now in this session. 2-minute warning, everyone. So we're definitely going to got some decision documents that we'll go over when we come back in quali. Quali's going to be in 2.5 hours, just so everyone know. Alonso, we'll see where Alonso comes out into sector 1. .084. It's not an improvement in his time, but it is a competitive. He's in half a tenth of Max and Norris. Stroll starting, which looks to be a flying lap as well. And Norris just finished a flying lap. 23.4, 23.8. He's 0.0777 behind his best lap. Yellow flag. Looks like someone off the track went back on because I couldn't catch it in time. What are we looking at right now? Yeah, at this point, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of sick and tired of people saying X driver will crash into another driver. That's just we've had enough of your baloney today. So yeah, you're not going to try and roast and taunt other people. Anyways, we have taken the checker flag has flown. First one to take the flag has been Oscar, so this session has been over. So as it stands right now, anyone pushing? Max might be pushing. Franco is pushing right now. So Franco will be the first. He's going to be the next one to be over across the line. Take a look how he goes. And he comes in a 124.501. That's good for 19th, which is 1.167 back. Max is still going. He's still flying. He's good. It's actually decent. He's about 1.5, 150 thousandth back at the moment. See how he's going to pass Russell. He comes to the line. He improves his time, but not his position. It's a 123.485. It's a 124 lap time. So he gained more time in Sector 3. No, Franco is not the slowest. Tsunoda ends up being the slowest. He does his best lap was a 124.693. So he's 1.359 back from Russell's time. Again, Norris only 4 thousandths behind Russell, and Max is 124 behind Russell. So well, that's going to be our coverage for free practice 3. Shocking moment with Hamilton losing control of the car and going into the barriers, losing his wing, and who God knows what else is wrong with that car. So we will see. We shall see where Hamilton stands when we get get to qualifying. He has set a representative time, like the 124.470. That's in representative time. So if for some reason whatsoever Hamilton does not qualify at all, he will be allowed to enter the race. Viper asking, does Abu Dhabi have the same rules as the tires as Qatar? No, we're not under the Qatar rules at all. So this is a normal race with, they're required to do one pit stop because they're required to have two different compounds during the race. So we are under normal rules. So we'll be back in about 2.5 hours, everyone. We'll probably be back sooner, probably about two hours actually. So for everyone here at Statistics, we'll see you for quali. Take care, everyone. See you soon.